Welcome to Vlogtober episode 2. It's rather late on Wednesday afternoon. I had actually filmed a whole thing and have managed to erase it because one is being a little bit silly today. I've got some footage of my classroom. I taught my evening class last night and it was a lovely session. I really enjoy teaching so incredibly much, and I feel very, very grateful to have such lovely people come along to my class. I have been having a huge amount of fun sewing and editing and uploading the video for you tomorrow. It's just been brilliant and I really hope you enjoy it. I'm sure you will. I spent Monday evening watching Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's one of my favourite films actually. I know that it's really tacky and some of the accents leave a lot to be desired and some of the acting is a little bit sticky, but Gary Oldman, absolutely sublime every single time. I love him and the costumes are so brilliant. Winona Ryder wears some amazing sort of light grit, that arsenic green colour that I love so much. She wears a couple of dresses in that colour and I really want to make them. I don't actually do costuming in that sense, but I somehow want to do something where I maybe make some kind of 40s style version of those costumes from Bram Stoker's Dracula. I don't know, maybe it's just craziness, but it seems like quite a fun thing to do. I'm supposed to be doing some mending and some alterations, but I'm going to have a little bit of a break. I've done quite a lot of sewing, so I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up, a little bit of cleaning, and thinking about my All Hallows Tea Party that I'm hosting on Friday, and I am super excited about that. I'm going to be cooking some things and making some things, and I've got my dress which you will see tomorrow, so that's brilliant. I'm going to put a playlist together which I will put up on my channel as well so you can listen along, and yeah, so I'm going to crack on with that and sort of plan my next few days and what I need to be doing. I shall check in with you later. I can finally show you that wedding dress that I was working on in episode 1 of Vlogtober. This dress has been a long time in the making and I'm so pleased with the result. The sleeve pattern is based off of my nan's wedding dress and it's really just based off of a vintage 1930s 40s style dress. I made this cape to go over the top and absolutely adore it. I have enough of this faux fur to make my own one, and I think it would be a great pattern actually to have. I've been looking at The Vampire's Wife and she's got some amazing capes at the moment, so I might have to go cape-tastic and do my own sort of vintage superhero cape. If I had counted every rouleau loop and rouleau button that I have sewn or used or created in my sewing career, I would be a multi-gazillionaire by now. I am pretty sure. There's a little sneak peek here of a dressing gown. Look at this lovely velvet. This is called Mole's Back and the satin is a Liberty one and it's based off of a vintage dressing gown housecoat pattern that I just had a picture and I pattern cut it, and this is the sample that's going off to the designer today, but I can't show you anymore, but just thought I'd give you a little peek. This fabric is just heaven. It's Thursday morning still-ish. It's very nearly midday. I've spent the morning working on some commissions for a designer that I'm working on, and I've put some little sneaky peeks in for you. You will have seen Thursday's video, my un-strawberry dress, which I'll be wearing for the party. It feels so lovely to have friends in your house. It's the first time that I've done that in forever, like many of us, I suppose, so I'm really looking forward to that. I have this pile of vintage, or at least very old, napkins, and they're quite plain. I'm going to, some of them are a little bit stained actually, I'm going to have to go through, but I'm going to be embroidering cobwebs on these because I think that'll make them look much prettier. But I've got my All Hallows high tea on Friday at the end of the week, so I wanted to get those done in time for that. So I figure if I sit and do a couple every day, or one every day, I've only got about 6 or so people coming along. So yeah, so I'm going to do those. One of my favourite places to shop for cooking ingredients locally is this Oriental supermarket. I took you along with me and did a little bit of discreet filming. I have no idea what so many of the things are in here, but love to look at the packaging. I was after this crispy anchovy chili paste. When I was sorting out through my china for the tea party, I rediscovered this memorial plate, or memento mori plate. I don't know when it's from or who it's about, but it's very, very appropriate. And here's Missy Bat-Finkelstein playing possum on the floor, looking very sweet, but you take your life in your hands if you try to pet her. It's a very lovely, very sunny Saturday morning here in Hastings, and I have a meeting to talk about a venue to teach an online class. I am wearing a shop-bought roll neck and my linen Deighton skirt, and this is a vintage 60s, I think they're called car coats, but I'm going to put a badge on here, brooch on here, and fishnet tights, brain won't blank, and just some little ballet-ish style pumps that I got from a charity shop. Very messy hair, no makeup, because my skin's really playing up. It's really sore, and I've got sore eyes, so I just don't want to aggravate my skin anymore. But maybe a bit of sunshine and a little walk, fresh air, will do me some good. I was absolutely over the moon to see that the Vintage Car Show was back in Hastings. Here are some really fabulous cars. I'm a bit of a petrol head. I spoke to this really lovely man about his 1973 Volkswagen Beetle, which is my favourite car. I once went all the way to Wolfsburg in Germany by car to see the factory and all the vintage Beetles. Look at this beauty. It's really lovely, and he was just such a lovely gentleman. I walked away from this show feeling happier than I have in such a long time. Happy Sunday morning. It's World Mental Health Day, so before I finish up this vlog and get it uploaded, I just wanted to say a few words to you. Now, at the end of my videos, I often say, not always, but often, we can make this world a better place one stitch at a time. And by that I mean that we can make the world better, because by making better choices we can be more sustainable, more ethical, we can make an impact and be more environmentally conscious, we can do more for our community, we can do more for the world, but also by being creative, by harnessing our creativity in whatever way that is. For me, that's through sewing and through fabrics and clothing, we can make the world better because we are making ourselves better. Being creative is a very mindful thing, or can be. When I've had particularly difficult and dark times, just picking up some sewing and just doing a little bit of stitching has been like, you know, taking a little happy pill. For me, it makes such a difference. And as a teacher, I find that people who come into my classes, who may come in after terrible things have happened to them, being in a like-minded community of people and just developing confidence in themselves and doing something quite methodical makes such a difference. And they all tell me that. I can see it visually, but also they tell me that. So I really hope that wherever you are in the world, you are keeping safe and well. And if you are feeling down, anxious, the myriad of other difficult emotional states, I send you my love and virtual hugs. We all need them, and there's nothing wrong with falling down a little bit. I know that over the last couple of months I have been feeling very happy and very positive, but also there's been a lot of anxiety and I feel very run down and burnt out, and that's just because I'm juggling too many things. And something else that really feels very apparent to me is that I have this very strong sense of purpose, in that I am a teacher. I love teaching. I love sharing my knowledge and skills. I love the interaction I get, whether that's in the classroom or here with you lovely people and all your very lovely comments and kind words. And it really means so much to me when you say that you've enjoyed the videos, or you want to give something a go, or something that I've done or said has just inspired you. And that's what I mean about making the world a better place one stitch at a time. So I am making some very firm decisions about how I move forward, and I keep talking about classes and online classes, and as I've sort of moved through this process, it's just become so clear to me how important teaching is. So I am making very definite smart targets and setting deadlines for things for myself and phasing out production once and for all. I just can't maintain the volume of it physically anymore. I have all sorts of physical issues that are getting worse as I am getting a little bit older, so I just can't physically maintain the amount of sewing that I need to do to make ends meet. And that in itself is creating a huge amount of anxiety for me. But also, as grateful as I am to have had the opportunities and to be able to do what I love every day, it just no longer fills my soul with joy. It's no longer my purpose. My purpose is to teach and to share skills and to make this world a better place one stitch at a time. I feel very strongly about my mantra. So that's where I'm at with everything. I'm about to go off to meet my best friend and to have some cake and just to talk through lots of ideas. I've got lots of exciting things to share with you, and something very exciting that will be happening in the new year that I've been thinking about a lot and I've not had the confidence to do, but because of all your support and all your amazing feedback and messages that you send me, both here but mainly on Instagram, I am able to steer my ship in that direction. So keep posted for that. I hope that you're having a lovely time wherever you are, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free. I don't always give lectures about mental health. It's quite rare. It's mostly just me sewing and sewing and sewing. So if you like sewing, DIY, vintage inspired style, then click the subscribe, share, like, and I will see you in the next vlog, I suppose. Have an amazing day, my lovelies. See you soon. Bye.